my sister and I have been talking a lot about queening. I'm watching Queens do the marathon right now, the London Marathon, and hoping that a Kenyan wins, obviously. And we've been talking about queening and what it means. Um, because we found like a lot of us, I'm not going to use the word independent because what the hell does that mean, right? A lot of us strong women, powerful women, and by strong and powerful I don't mean like you're rich or you hold a position of anything. I just mean like women who are going for what they want on their own bootstraps, right? And sometimes we do this because it's something that it's how we're born and it's a choice and it's something that we've said, you know what, we're going to go for it and this is what we're going to do. And sometimes we do it because life just finds us there where, you have to fend for yourself, and so you do, and you excel. And so there comes a point where you're so used to just taking care of yourself and you're so used to pushing yourself forward. Of course, with our support system, we all have support systems, right? And for women like us, it appears to be more difficult to find kings. Um, and I don't know, like I would like to come here and say, oh my God, guys, I have the answer. But if I did, I'll be with the king right now. And I'm not. So that means that wondering, like, is it just a part of the journey that we're taking and there is a king, in existence, that will reveal himself or to whom we will be revealed? Or are there different things we need to be doing? And it's not like sitting around waiting like, oh my God, when's my king? No, like maybe that's part of the problem. We continue with our lives, and yes, we identify people we like, and yes, we attempt the relationship, or we go into it, or um but then I have seen so many people, like if this was a race, so many people zip right past, and then you're like, okay, what am I not doing? you know um I mean, in the case of deciding like, yeah, I do want a life companion, like which boxes are we not taking, or what are we missing? And I say this coming from the point of, I believe in soft femininity. I believe in being a girl. Of course, they say I'm a tomboy, but I believe in the power of femininity. So I am not like these, oh my God, we must crack the balls and, sitting there, we're going to bitch about me. No, this is not my philosophy. Um, but my philosophy is also just being me and being the strong version of me that I can. And obviously that comes with faltering so many times. Um, and sometimes I guess, you catch yourself in consistent masculine energy because your masculine energy is what has propelled you and protected you this far. And so there is um, that balance, or that new um, learning of how do we mix the two? How do we press forward with being these powerful women of purpose, and feminine women of purpose, and knowing when to pick up the masculinity and knowing when to pick up the femininity, and not bending ourselves into pretzels for somebody. Because that's another thing I realize about strong women, is this such few kings that we meet that we think or we know are worth our while. And I don't say this to be belittling, I just say this because of where we function. There's so few of them, for me, that I've met anyway, that when you do meet that person, there is that thing of zeroing in and locking in, because you're like, oh my God, I don't know when somebody else is going to come along. Um, and I think that is also part of the, I don't want to say failing, but part of the learning, because when we do that, then we are distorting. We distort ourselves into a pretzel to fit this mold, and the whole thing that has propelled us forward, which is our strength and our power and our recognition of femininity, then then we drop that because then we start pushing forward with masculine energy because we must show this person that we're worth it. And in the doing of that, then we lose the thing that attracted him to us, or the thing that makes us attractive or worthy of kings in the first place, which is knowing and having strength and purpose, and um what's the word I'm looking for? Channeling that through our power of femininity, and knowing when to bring what we can, to the table, which one is needed to the table. So I guess after all, today is really a question, and it's really about um, you're strong, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're powerful, you're successful, and you're looking for a life partner, or not looking. Looking is the wrong word. You're open to a life partner, and when this person comes along, um, how do we not drop the ball? Let me put that in a more positive way. How do we remember to continue to be our fabulous selves? And how do we change the narrative from, oh my God, there's so few kings, to say the kings are many, the choice is mine? How do we do that? And for me, perhaps this is my next leg of learning. Um, it's my next leg of learning, because I always know within 5 minutes of meeting somebody whether he is a king worth my while or not. And I don't say this to be conceited. It's just for me, not for anyone else. I know whether he's a king worth my while or not. And 9 out of 10, when I decide that this is somebody that I will attract, and they will notice me. And the thing after that is, what am I doing with that? Am I then jumping into masculine energy to try and lock it? Or am I remaining in the fabulous sense of who I am, in my power and in my femininity, and not dropping my purpose and not dropping my passion, and saying, let's see how this goes. Let's see if this goes, and it not mattering. Because for me, I think it matters too much. And it not mattering because you're complete before this person, and if it doesn't work out, you complete after this person. And the juice is to be complete with in between this person. I mean, like, with this person in between where you are and where you're going, and to remain complete there, and to remain um showcasing exactly who you are. So yeah, the queen journey. What is yours?